they're littered throughout our atmosphere. There's me. I'm at a music festival in British Columbia. Tons of these orbs all around. Flying around, connecting with people. There we go again. Another one. There we go. It's in snow. I mean, if it's cold outside, hey, it's not going to be it's not going to be raining. It's not going to be picking up on the lens of a camera. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just melting on the lens. I don't know. But in response to Blossom Goodchild's message that she said about the GFL, I want you all to go to Google Earth right now. And on Google Earth, if you've been watching the videos and seeing the gigantic shapes all over Google Earth posted by other people, this is what I think you might see. There are multiple objects floating around. And the first one is down here. It's kind of hard to see right now, but I think if you do it upright, it's also a hexagon or a pentagon, similar to that. Oh, get the path on. Similar to that one that we saw yesterday on Google Earth. And what's going on right here, I mean, yesterday on Google Earth on the Arctic, on the other side of the planet, where we've all been watching the gigantic shape floating up there for the last 5 or 6 days, even more so. In paying for the last 2 weeks, you'll notice that it's been happening all over the planet. And I started paying attention about 2 weeks ago, but I would imagine there are other people who have been paying attention to Google Earth and watching it and notice that it's probably been happening a lot longer than 2 weeks. And what we see here is the natural rotation of the clouds on the planet, and as they're coming underneath the Antarctic Circle, the clouds are going underneath a shape, and then some of the clouds are making it up onto the sides and collecting. Now if we spin the globe around and we look on this side, you'll notice that there's another shape here. We'll clear this and we'll start it all over again. And this is what's going on. There's another shape. I think it's another hexagon or pentagon going all the way around. And just like I said before, the natural progression of the clouds on the planet would mean that some of the clouds are going underneath this shape, but because satellites are above it, they're not recording the clouds. They're recording this big, gigantic line drawn there. And what you're seeing right here is cloud formation sliding up the side of it and being caught on it. And there's a large cut right here, and you see how the winds up on the North Pole would be going like 200, 300 kilometers, maybe more an hour. I'm not sure, but they'd be going a lot faster because it's in the atmosphere. And they'd be wisping over top of the sides if this was a crescent. And as they're wisping around, that's what you see. Now, there's 2 of them. That's 1, that's 2. Here's 3. If you haven't seen this, this is the biggest one. And this is what Blossom was talking about these last couple days. Some of us have really missed it because what happens is when the atmosphere during the day makes an atmosphere that's blue, our blue sky above us, that's the perfect shield. So nobody can see it, but when it's darkened at nighttime and you look up into the sky, 2 days ago when it was right over here, and I'll make the square here now, 1, 2, let's see if we can get this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think it's a pyramid. Now you notice that it's pushing all this cloud out towards the Atlantic, whereas from what I know, hurricanes spin up this way and into our coast. And so if you look at like this area right here, right now, at 2:24 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, there is cloud precipitation in the skies. But if you want to confirm it, and we go outside right now, and we look up into the Edmonton, Alberta skyline, it's cloudy. So therefore, I deem that Google Earth is telling the truth. And it is. Let's go verify. Let's go on to Google, and let's make sure I got this positioned right here. Let's go back onto Google, and let's type in what the weather is in Edmonton. Edmonton weather. On the web, Edmonton weather. It's raining, it's cloudy, it's confirmed. It's exactly as it says it should be. Okay, so let's go back to the world. Let's pick a place. Let's go right down here where there's lots of clouds. And what have we got here? Sao Salvador. Let's type that in to the weather. What is it? What is the weather in Sao Salvador? Oh, excuse me, 1 sec here. Let's get this right. Sao Salvador. Salvador. Alright, I was expecting something else. Hold on, let's go back to Google Earth and try somewhere else. Get a weather. I want a Google update is what I'm looking for. Let's go back to here. What is the weather in Mexico City? Mexico City. Mexico City. It's cloudy. Oh my goodness. It's exactly what Google Earth is saying. Right over Mexico City, it's cloudy. But if we move over here, and let's go right down where it's no clouds. There is no clouds here. And yet, Google is saying there is clouds. In fact, let's go to NASO, and let's type in, what is the weather in NASO?